All right, let's go ahead and get started. So give everyone one last second to join. All right. What's going on, Dan C? What's going on, Nikki? What's going on, Shashi? I always mess that up. Mr. Shashi. What's going on, Kev Cave? What's going on, Mr. Michael? All right, let's go ahead and start this. What's going on, Penny Boys and Gals? What's going on, Deborah, Michael, Kev Cave, Dan C, Shashi, Nikki, and everyone else who is watching this not live, or anyone else not in the chat? It's your boy, What the Duck here. It is time for another Penny Boys live stream. Today we'll be going over the quiz number 5, 6, and 7, the trading plans, as well as a special indicator for today. So, trying to climb on the red. Good luck, Shashi. Yeah, today is a little bit on the red side as far as the market went. Yeah, Nick says to get your snow shoveling arms ready. I know it might be snowing for a lot of us, including myself. So make sure. Can you guys hear me okay? I have a different mic in today. Just want to make sure that works. And then let me just fix this really quick. Sound output. Ducks are good in this weather. All right, Michael says it sounds good. That works for me. All right, so what's up, Penny Boys and Gals? It's your boy, What the Duck. Today we're going to be going over quizzes 5 through 7. We'll be going over our trading plan as well as a special indicator. What's going on, Nikki, Kev Cave, Shashi, Michael, Nick? What's going on, Deborah, and Dan C? I think I got everybody. I am not a Floridian. No, I live in Connecticut. Yeah, we definitely get some snow here. I know you guys are like sitting pretty with your 60-degree weather right now in the middle of December. My brother lives out there. He was telling me. But yeah, so this is our live stream. We'll be going over some of our the quizzes that we did already, and let's just get right into it. So first we went over Investopedia, investing.com, and TradingView, as well as Webull and Robinhood, a bunch of different trading tools that you can use. These are free websites that you can use, as well as FinViz we went over. It's really important to have as many tools in your arsenal when you are going out trading. It's like when you're going out to war. You want your shield, you want your sword, you want your armor. You're not going to go out with just a sword or just a shield or just your fists. Like, you want to have everything, and that's the same thing with trading. And it's good to just know what's out there. This is why we went over all these different tools. This is quiz number 5, which we gave, I asked, check out investing.com, investopedia.com, TradingView, or Webull. Scroll around, click around, check out the charts. What's one thing that you learned about these sites? And the top 5 answers were able to get rid of their lowest quiz grade. So the top 5 answers, number 1 is be La F1. They said that TradingView is great for charting platforms, a lot of features. You can freely discuss, share, and learn with thousands of market participants, and you can use it to track prices and analyze forex pairs, stocks, crypto, commodities, and other tradable assets, including government bonds. So 100% correct. TradingView is great because there are like they said, thousands of market participants. It's a little bit different than like investing.com or Webull, Investopedia, even because it's very based off of other traders' analysis and other traders' discussions. So it's almost like a charting site meets like a forum, like a trading forum with just random members, not all highly paid analysts. It could be people like me and you just talking about stuff in there. So it's kind of like a trading forum, but it has charts. As they said, it has a lot of great features. Investing.com is a source for tools and information relating to the financial markets, up-to-date financial news, technical analysis, and broker listings, economic calendars, tools. Investing.com, like they said, is really good for just straight up just looking up stocks. Like, it's good for technical analysis. You want to look at the charts. You want to look up when there's going to be, a split, or like a, any kind of, a holiday, as far as like, trading, Christmas, like the market will be closed. They have a great economic calendar, a lot of different tools, and it's just great for looking up, finances. Like, it's anything stock related, you can just look it up as far as the actual stock goes. Investing.com is great for that kind of due diligence, technical and fundamental analysis. And it's pretty like to the point. Like, it's not like TradingView where you get like a lot of people's opinions. It's pretty factual, just charts and math and the whole 9 yards. Webull.com is great as far as market sentiment goes, and has a large amount of technical research and indicators. 100% True Webull is amazing broker. It's free and is great to see. They have these great comments. I wouldn't necessarily follow them, to a T, but it's definitely good to see what people are talking about as far as the market goes. See what people, like you said, market sentiment, which means, see what people are saying about a certain stock or about the market in general. And it has a lot of good charting features for a broker. I think it's one of the top charting brokers out there for free. And also Webull has the best trading hours, 4 a.m. Eastern time zone to 8 p.m. Eastern time zone. Whereas Robinhood's a little bit more user friendly. If you're new, I would definitely suggest Robinhood, just to start out, just to learn how to trade. It kind of gives you a step-by-step, this is how you do it. Or you can just join PBU, of course. That's another way to do that. And Robinhood has limited trading hours. Investopedia.com is great for investors, consumers, financial professionals, and students who seek guidance or information on various topics or researching. So 100% correct. Investopedia.com is amazing. If like a stock term comes up, you don't know what it means, you just go to Investopedia, you type it in, and it's basically like an encyclopedia for investing, which is hence the name, Investopedia. So if you ever have a confusion, like you don't know what, let's just say, market sentiment means, or you don't know what due diligence is, you don't know what VWAP means, and it will give you a really great explanation about all the different indicators and different market terms, and how to use them in a really easy to understand way. So that's good for looking up stuff. So you have Investopedia for looking up stuff, investing.com for technical fundamental analysis, and tradingview.com just kind of see what people are talking about and see what other traders are saying about certain stocks and kind of learn from other traders. Nick2086 says, I learned about Investopedia, in which I can search any financial word for a definition. And with the other sites, they're all pretty much the same, just whatever you like better or feel more comfortable with, but they have pretty much the same information or lead to the same information, and it can all be found in one place. That's how you do due diligence. You should check more than one site to get a good overall view and others' opinions. That's 100% correct, Nick2086. You want to get, like they said, due diligence is not just looking at one site or just looking at one indicator. So it's about getting a big, grand picture. So, maybe look at investing.com's charts. Maybe look at Webull charts, and then go to TradingView and see what people are saying. Maybe go to different stock forums and see what people are saying. You don't want just one person's opinion, because that person could be wrong. And if that one person's wrong, that's all you're listening to, or that one site isn't giving the right information, then that's all you're looking at. Well, then you're going to end up, losing some money, or maybe a lot of money. It's the same deal as going all in on one stock. It's kind of the same thing as just going all in on one site, or just one comment on, Webull comments or whatever. You want to kind of have a bunch of different, like I said, tools to use when you're doing your due diligence. Lucum says, I personally fell in love with Investopedia. To me, there's just far too many tools to pass up. After the class, I began digging around in the site. I stumbled on the risk management sections under education. I read a lot into it and discovered that a lot of principles I was picking up at PBU are harped on pretty much everywhere and are common components of a lot of large-scale brokers' trading plans. So it's nice to see how important the fundamentals are regardless of portfolio size and experience. Everybody says, oh, this person's making money because they have $20,000 in their account. This person has, $100,000 in their account. No wonder they're making money. Anyone can make money in the stock market. If you only have $10 to your name and you make $10 or find $10 on the floor or whatever, on the ground, that's a big deal to you. Now you just doubled your money. You know, you just made 100% of what you had. Now you have double that. You know, if you have $1,000, you know, you have like, let's say $100,000 to your name and you find $10, it's not a huge deal. So it's all about the percentages. That's, you know, it's just like anyone, you know, someone who's, you know, poor, you know, car, like a $10,000 car might be amazing for them. Whereas someone who's super rich, a $10,000 car is just like, well, maybe I'll use this to, you know, drive. I don't know. Just use it as like a joyride car or whatever. I don't know. But you know, people who are rich or have more money, you know, to them it's all relative. Same thing with the people who have less money. So as far as your accounts go, it's all about the percentages, and eventually it will add up. But you know, we all start out at a different starting point, but the finish line is all the same for everyone, and that is just based off percentages and based off just becoming a better trader than you were a week, month, year ago, because the only person that we are competing against is your past self in trading. But yeah, so Lucums is 100% correct. Large scale brokers, you know, big time traders, they use the same plans and same types of fundamentals as we are using now. So in theory, you know, you use what you learn in PBU, and eventually you'll have, you know, hopefully have a lot of money, and then you can use these same things with that big account. So Chancellor Lucums is 100% correct. Doesn't matter how much money you have. All these things are very important. These, you know, what we teach here in PBU. Shashi says investing.com is good for a quick view of just about anything, and that's about all I use it for. A lot of times it will be an app headline that pops up maybe, and I'll read it, but I find most of the analysis articles to be too speculative to act on. If anything, they give me an idea of what everyone else is likely to do. TradingView.com is unique, and it offers a lot of educational tools and videos. I need to look deeper into this one, and a scanner is also offered. But I've seen on your YouTube videos about FinViz, and I look forward to learning about it in the recently released lesson in PBU. I feel like it is the only scanner I'll ever need once I learn how to use them more. So 100% correct. There are scanners in, you know, like TradingView has a scanner. I believe Webull has a scanner. FinViz has a scanner. So like I said, there, you know, like Nick 2086 was saying before, it's important to, you know, check more than one site to kind of figure out, you know, what works best for you. So maybe FinViz will work best for you. Maybe the Webull scanner, maybe the TradingView scanner. So it's good to know what's out there. That way you can kind of test different things out and see what works best for you, because a lot of people use different scanners. You know, just because I like FinViz, someone else might like a TradingView scanner, you know. So it's good to know what's out there. And like, you know, investing.com, like they said, like the news might be too speculative, so it's good to know that there are other sites out there to look out for news. Jern Shawshank Redemption says, I learned that there's a vast amount of free information out there, and things like terms, strategies, analysis, and charts can be found with different degrees of sophistication. Basically, any question I have ever typed in Google about trading has offered one of these websites for answers. And that's the whole point of giving you these 4 websites. You know, if I only give you one, yeah, that's great, but, you know, 4 websites with 4 different things, even some of them might have some, you know, some of the same features. It's good to have them all out there so you can kind of, you know, mix and match. And like they said, these are probably 4 of the top trading tools out there that are free. Like you know, if you go into Google and type in VWAP, these are the 4 sites that might pop up. But yeah, so that is that as far as the TradingView, Investopedia, all these trading tools go. So these 5 people got to drop their lowest quiz grade. So congratulations to Lala F1, Nick 2086, Lucum, Shushi, and Jern Shawshank Redemption. So we also went over floats. We went over dividends, halts, stock splits, and financial terms. I'm not going to go over this too much right now in the stream. Everything is, you can just go onto the handout. Everything is pretty much laid out for you here. You know, everything's kind of bold. So if you want to know what a float is, you can look it up here. It's definitely good to know what, you know, like what all these different terms mean. So I could just read them off to you right now, but that would be kind of a waste of time, because you can just go onto the handout. I will say, as far as the test goes, it is important to know, you know, to kind of just know, not the full definition, but kind of maybe like know like the, you know, the important parts of each of these, you know, financial terms. You know, like the bold areas. It's good to know what a stock split means. And a big thing for stock splits is to know that a stock split is when a company divides or multiplies the shares, depending on whether or not it's a reverse or a traditional stock split. A lot of people got that question wrong on the quizzes. So reverse split is dividing. Traditional stock split is where they multiply their shares. So that is a little bit different. Trading halt, pretty self-explanatory. Definitely read through this if you're not sure how that works. And dividends, yeah, and floats and all that, I would just recommend looking at the handout. I don't want to waste too much time in the stream just going over stuff that you can read over there. Same thing with this class, number 13. We went over a lot of the different sectors, and same deal, just go to the handout and you'll be able to see which each sector is, some examples of stocks in that sector. And it's important to know that the heat map and the groups tab on finviz.com are great ways of looking up different sectors, sector strength. Once again, this heat map and groups tab on finviz, important to know as far as sectors go. And you can go to the handout number 13 to check out all the different sectors. 14, we went over risk to reward ratio. I would definitely go into that handout and check this out just to kind of see, what you would need as your break even win rate compared to your risk to reward ratio. Very, very, very important. As far as risk to reward ratio goes, it just means knowing, before you get into a trade when you're, what you're going to be setting your stop loss at percentage wise, what you're going to be setting your take profit at percentage wise, and then implementing that into your plan. So for instance, a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio means that you set the same stop loss as you do your take profit. A 1-to-2 means you're doing one risk. So let's just say a 5% stop loss to reward, which is double your risk. So your reward might be 10%. So 5%, 10%, whereas this would be 10%, 5%. So it's really based off of if you want to be risky or, more on the rewarding side. Having a high risk means you might not stop out as often, but you're going to when you do stop out, it's going to be a big loss. Whereas the other way around, you might stop out really often, won't be big losses. So you kind of try to find that middle ground. Class 17, we went over candles. The most important part I just want to go over as far as this class goes. A lot of people got this confusing. These are wicks. These little lines that come out of the bottom and the top of the candle. The wicks are what show you the high and the low of that trading candle. And that trading candle meaning if it's a 1 day chart, this is 1 day of trading. 1 minute of trading is during the 1 minute chart. It's the 5 minute chart, 5 minutes of trading is one candle. And this is the high of, so this is the 1 day chart, this is the high of the day, and this is the low of the day. But this is where it opened and this is where it closed. Same deal, high, low, open, close. The wicks are not the open to close. The wicks are the highs and the lows. Where the candle, the real body ends and begins, that's the open to close. And that's really important to know. Other than that, just go through these as well. I would just recommend, and just, we have like 3 different candles, and just, just reread these, kind of know like which one is, which one of these doji candles is a bearish, which one's a bullish. Those are really important to know. The hammer candle is another one that we're going to be going over a lot, especially in the test. It's good to know that the inverted hammer is just the opposite, and when the inverted hammer is happening during an uptrend, is called a shooting star, and then it's bearish. So these are all stuff that you can go into the course just to double check, but it's all important stuff. I don't want to spend too much time going over stuff that we have out there. Next up is our trading plan. So trading plan, let me just check in the chat real quick, see what we got going on here. We have anyone new here? Brent, what's going on? Bam Bam, how's it going? All right, so what was I doing? The trading plan. So the trading plan, for those of you who have not done it yet, I have the template up here at the top. I might as well just pin that. I'm going to pin the template for all y'all. So basically, as far as the trading plan, it's really important just to know, and everyone did an amazing job with these plans. We have I think it was over 80 trading plans. I read like every single one of them, and everyone, I was really impressed. I'm not even just saying that. Everyone had great plans. But it's important, this is all stuff that we went over during PBU. All these different little criterias are all from past PBU classes, kind of combined into one plan. So like amount of plays, we went over our bankroll strategy in our first in class number 3, and our buy-in method class number 3. So this all goes over class number 3. We went over portfolio diversification, which is our sectors. We went over, as far as portfolio diversification goes, we went over how Austin and Lee, our 2 alerters, vary, with Lee being a little bit on the longer term, Austin a little bit on the shorter term. So it's good to know, it's good to be aware of that and diversify according to that, depending on what kind of trader you are. based off of what you learn in trading psychology. Type of play ratio, it's also good to know what you're getting into as far as options, retirement, swings go, just so you have a plan, see what works for you, see what kind of plays you're best at. 'Cause you're never going to be able to know what kind of trader you are if you don't have a plan and then follow the plan on paper. And then even like note take the plan, because then you can see, all right, this worked out, this didn't work out. You're never going to get better if you don't take notes and track your trading. People who play sports, they don't just play a game and then never think about the game again. No, they study, they watch the tapes back, they look at the stats. They do so much research, and that's why they're professionals. That's why they're making the big bucks. If you want to be a successful trader, make a lot of money, you got to put some work into it. And note taking is really, really, really important. It's also good to have your risk to reward ratio, trading psychology plans. Don't trade during pre-market. For me personally, I tend to make bad decisions during a volatile pre-market. So it's just things that you kind of realize about yourself while trading, while note taking, and then you make a plan based off of that. And of course, requirements to enter a play. We want to be picky when entering a play. You don't want to just be getting into any play here and there. This is your hard-earned money. If you're going to be putting money into the stock market, you want to be 125% sure that it's a stock that you feel comfortable putting money into. One way of doing that is to have some requirements. If it does not meet even just one of the requirements, I don't get into the trade. Sorry, but there are other trades out there, and I'd rather make money than just trade just to trade, because that's what traders do. They don't gamble. They don't just trade because they're bored or just because they see a play out there. They trade because it's based off of their plan, and it's based off of their setup, because certain people trade different stocks or different types of stocks better than others. And then you have some rules as well, just to kind of keep you grounded, and then different trading tools you can use. So that's our trading plan. We had a lot of great ones. Boosted had a really, really good one if you want to check his out. Boosted SRS is really good. I remember Durham Dads was also really, 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 really nice. I know those are the first two, but those were actually really good ones. I think there was F Torres Dan C also has some great ones. I know Shashi. I don't know exactly where they all are, but I know Shashi Janeo had a really nice one, as well as Nikki. There were a bunch of them, but those are some of the ones at the top of my head I remember reading that were just phenomenal. And it's also important to know, as far as your plan goes, if you make like 2 or 3 trades, it doesn't work out, that doesn't mean that your plan isn't working. That just means that the first 2 trades didn't work out. So it's good to, like right here, I will not break my plan and I will not tweak my plan until I've taken at least 20 trades. So that's because you won't know that a plan works until you actually do it. And doing it doesn't mean just trade twice. It means maybe it takes 20 trades at least, just to see that just to see if your trading plan is working. So this is 12-11. So I took 20 trades from that first plan all the way up there, and then I made a new plan. I tweaked my plan a little bit. So that's kind of what the point of the plan is. You make a plan, do a bunch of trades, see if it works. If it does work, keep it. If it doesn't work, kind of tweak it a little bit and learn from it. So that is our trading plan, and it's also really important to take notes as far as your trading plan goes. I posted in, so we had one class, our PBU strategies class. We went over our trading plan. We also went over note taking, and I posted a handout going over how our note taking works, as well as a blank template. So I gave y'all a blank version of this, and I gave y'all a video and a handout explaining how it works. And then I also just recently sent out a new one. So this is actually the new one. This is my updated note-taking spreadsheet, and I gave y'all a blank version of that in the most recent live stream from yesterday. I'm going to be making a handout for that as well, and a new video just going over that only, as well as tonight's indicator. So the next video will be going over this and going over the indicator without all the quiz review, for those of you who want to be able to look at that. So so definitely check out the handout that gives you this template. It's a blank version, and then I also go over how to use it. But it's just really important to track your trades. Like, for instance, this is my watch list. This is all the plays I'm in, the different times I'm making buys, so I can see if I'm getting it too fast, too slow. See how that's going. I actually stopped out at Best and METX. Looks like I made a decent decision there. Post trade. I also have a post-trade analysis where I, see if I made money or lost money on a trade, and then why. So I put little notes on each trade, as well as the trading day, how I did in the day, if I follow the plan, what my portfolio or P&L is, and then some notes on the day. Just so you know, it's, like I said, it's good to keep track of what you're doing. But let's get into our indicator for today. So this is going to be an indicator that we have not gone over yet. What's going on, Bodhi? This is what's going on, Janeo. This is going to be an indicator that I have not gone over yet in PBU. What's going on, Salvador Girl? So this indicator, really quickly, I'm going to go to the raffle mini game. So I let everyone guess which indicator will be going over tonight or today, and I remember it's not one that we went over, and 3 raffle tickets to whoever guesses one correctly. So really quick, just a quick review for those of you who might have forgot the ones we have gone over so far, and you can check those all out in our PBU classes. I'm not going to review any of the indicator classes during today's stream. As far as that stuff goes, is all pretty self-explanatory. You just kind of go into the handout, and everything's there. As far as an explanation of the indicators go. So definitely check out those classes if you struggled with with the indicators. We're only going to be going over the first 2 indicator classes in the test. The last 2 are kind of just like a bonus, intro to the advanced trading classes. But yes, we already went over the EMA, SMA, so the moving averages, the VWAP, the MACD, KDJ, volume, RSI, Bollinger Bands, the DC, the envelope, the Fibonacci bands, the Ichimoku cloud, Kettner channel, CCI, FSTO, ROC, TSI, and UOS. So these are all the ones we already went over, and the one that we're going to be over today is not VWAP, we already did that, not Fibonacci, not the quench line, not the SAR, definitely not the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition cover model indicator. We're not doing ADX, sorry, Mikey and Forefinger. What we are going, and boosted. What we are going to be doing is going over what Shushi said, the super trends. So that's 3 raffle tickets for Shushi. I'm still struggling saying that name, sorry, Shushi. So I'm going to say 3 tickets for guessing the correct indicator. And these tickets go towards our raffle. Every Monday we give away $75 cash. We also do some bonus raffles as well. But let's get right into the super trend indicator. So really quickly, in order to find it, you just go to indicators. You can go to edit indicators, and then you can scroll down. You'll find super trend. It might not even be under subchart. It might only just be under the main chart. So you just click super trend. There you go. All right. So the super trend indicator, or it's called ST if you're using your Webull app, is a trend following indicator. Like the moving averages, it can show you the direction of a trend. This indicator is used best with stocks that are currently trending one way or the other, meaning either up or down. And you can use other indicators to make sure that it is doing that kind of strong trend, either up or down. That being said, it can also give false signals when a stock is consolidating, meaning trading sideways or there's not a lot of price action. So if the stock is just kind of like just doing one of these guys, just going straight into like a line, or just going up and down a little bit, which means consolidating, not trending up or trending down, then this super trend indicator might give you some false signals. It's usually best to use when you see a stock that is currently trending either up or down. The super trend indicators takes the ATR, which is the average true range, and we went over the ATR during class number 19 when we went over the Kettner channel indicator. So if you go to class number 19, just look under Kettner channel, you'll be able to see what the ATR is and how that works. But once again, that's the average true range, or you can go on investopedia.com and look it up to you. So what you're doing is you're looking at the green and red lines on the chart when you're using this super indicator. So you have your green, your red. Let's do right here. All right, so this is more of a trend. So you have your green and your red lines. Green means the closing price is above the line, and red is the opposite. Green is generally a buy indicator, with red being a sell indicator. So red, price is below the line, the trend indicator. Green, the price is above the line. So green is like technically uptrend or buy. Red is possibly a sell or a downtrend, depending on what numbers or what settings you're using for the super trend, which we're going to get into. So you can change these settings as well in your app or on the desktop. And changing the settings makes the price react more to the price movements. So in order to change it, you just go to that little edit indicator, whatever that, I don't even know what that is supposed to even look like, but so you have your 7 and your 3. So some popular settings for short term, you can use 10 and 3. So this is more of a short term indicator as far as, or settings as far as the super trend goes. So it's kind of showing you some short term trends. So, you know, it's going up, and then it shows you it's going back down again, going back up again, a little bit of a pullback. It is good to look at both a short-term and a long-term setting. A long-term setting would be, a popular one would be 30 and 9. So this is more of a long-term setting. So you have your, you know, you see how it's currently in a long-term uptrend, and then here it started that downtrend again, and now it's downtrending, and then right here it looks like it possibly could be uptrending again on the long term. You know, you can also use other indicators as well, you know, to see like, all right, let's see, the MACD is curling, or what, you know, maybe maybe you want to look at the KDJ to see, you know, what numbers the KDJ is at, to see if it's on the uptrend or downtrend. RSI to see if it's overbought, oversold. Bollinger Bands will show you, like right now it's on the upper end of the Bollinger Bands. It could be a little bit on the oversold area, but it's good to use all these in combination. But yeah, so this is like the long-term uptrend with your 30 and 9. But like I was saying, it's good to look at both. When both the long and short-term super trend indicator shows a buy signal, this can be a very strong buy signal. So for instance, it was at a sell signal, now it's at a buy signal right here. Then you can also go and see if long short here. You can also go to 10, 3, and then check out to see if it also, and yeah, it was also a buy on the short term. And then you can also use the short-term settings mixed with the long-term settings so that you know when to sell. So if you're only using the short-term settings, you might stop out or sell too early due to a healthy pullback. So like for instance, this, like on the long term, as we saw before, this was on the uptrend. So you would buy here, you know, buy anywhere around here. So like this is like the buy signal, that green arrow. That's the buy. If you're only using the short term though, you would be selling here and then buying and then selling and buying and then selling and buying and then selling and buying. And that's a lot, especially if you don't have a bunch of day trades. So it's good to also, you know, that way you're not stopping out every single time that there's a little bit of a pullback during an uptrend, which does happen. You know, just because there's some selling, it doesn't mean it's a downtrend. It just means that people are who, you know, maybe bought right here are selling here, but there's still people who bought down here who are still holding. So long term, this is still on the uptrend, as you can see with the 39. And that way you know not to sell on those little dips because it's still currently holding that uptrend. It's very similar kind of to using like the moving averages. You know, you have your long-term moving average and you have your shorter-term moving averages. So it's kind of very similar to the super trend. You have your long-term trend and your short-term trend. With the moving average, the long-term moving average might show you one thing, and the short-term might be showing you, possible reversals. But if you're long on a stock, it's good to buy and sell using that long-term super trend indicator. But that is that as far as the indicator goes. I'm going to be remaking another video. It won't be a live stream, it'll be an actual video going over the super trend indicator as well as my note-taking spreadsheet. Because I know last stream, I went over the note-taking spreadsheet. I also did the whole quiz review. Same thing with today. We did the quiz review, and then I went over that super trend indicator. So that I'm going to be making a separate video where it's just the super trend indicator and just the note-taking spreadsheet with a handout as well. Kind of like the classes, and that's going to be like our first official PBU bonus class or PBU advanced class. But the advanced classes are going to be a little bit more in-depth than this one is. This is kind of like a bonus. But I hope that y'all enjoyed. I hope that y'all enjoyed PBU. Tomorrow, we're going to be... tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yeah, tomorrow is Thursday. We'll be at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time zone. We'll be doing another PBU live stream. This one, we'll be going over all the final quiz scores. we'll be announcing our top 30 quiz scores as well as our number 1 quiz score. And I'll be announcing every single person who passed the quizzes, and will be taking the test, and then I'll be going over the test, just the questions, and I'll be posting the test tomorrow, and that test will be due in a week. It's only 20 questions, and then I'll be grading them, and then we'll be having our graduation ceremony, and we'll be going over who's the highest score for the highest quiz score, highest test score, and the highest overall score, aka the PBU class of 2020 valedictorian. So yeah, it's been real. This is technically our last PBU class stream or anything before the test stream. So I hope that y'all enjoy PBU. It's been an awesome 3 months. We're almost over. We still got a little bit left. We got a test left still. And then we're going to be all heading over to that hopefully that PBU, hopefully all of us will be heading over to PBU alumni area. Get your own channel, our own little classes. Michael Naughton cannot wait for the advanced classes, and neither can I. And Janeo asks, are you still stressing over waiting to tell us who takes the test? You don't even know how badly I just want to, especially the people who I talk to all the time. I just want to message you guys hey, you got this. Especially the top 5 scores, but I gotta wait. It's like Christmas. You gotta wait till Christmas Day to open the presents. So so definitely tune in tomorrow so you can see your score and see if you are our top scorer for the quizzes, for the first ever set of PBU quizzes. And then we can see at the end of the month if you pass the test and become part of the first ever and only graduating class of 2020. So PBU class of 2020. And if you have not done the classes or you don't pass, that is okay. You can still join us in the reset January 4th or whatever day the first Tuesday is of January of 2021, and we'll be resetting the classes going from right to the beginning. You can join us with all the live streams. It'll be all new live streams every Thursday. But until then, I hope that you all make some bread, and I hope to see you guys at today's Penny Boys live stream trading. It's gonna be live trading at 3 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, Power Hour. So I hope to see y'all there. But until then, I hope that you all make some bread. Take care, Michael Naughton. Take care, Janeo. Take care, Mr. J. Malik, Salvador Girl, Bodie, Kev Cave, Bam Bam. We have, who else is here? Shushi, Nikki. We got Mr. Kev Cave, the dude, Nick 6, Class of Corona. Yeah, seriously, right? Deborah, Dan C, and Nikki. Y'all take care. Oh, Agent Penguin, you too. I'm glad that you guys enjoy learning. I enjoy teaching. I learned so much just from doing these courses myself, honestly. So I hope that y'all learn some stuff too, so that you can put all this stuff into your plan. JWAG, what's going on? Put this into your plan and implement the plan, and kind of just become a more confident trader, but also become more of a successful trader. Because, psychology has a lot to do with trading, and confidence is a part of psychology. So, like JWAG says, have fun, everyone, and make some bread.